Old School 5. The moon in the 5th house. The 5th house relates to the 5th sign of Leo. It governs the period of 28 to 35 years old. The 5th house is known as the area of creativity. So it's got a lot of different rulerships. It's the way one can be creatively empowered. So it can be the way you create art. It's very competitive. It deals with sports and games. The moon in the 5th house has a strong affinity with not so much risk-taking or gambling, but taking chances. But all of these are subsidiary to the main theme of the 5th house. And that is that it's at the area of creativity. And the most common example of creativity is that of procreativity, hence children. So the moon in the 5th house person will have a very strong bond with their children. Many people will have their children between the ages of 28 to 35, the 5th 7-year period of life. And if you're born with the moon in the 5th house, then, people can tread on your tail, but if they tread on your children's tail, they're dead. You will sometimes put your much of the time, you will put your children before you. It's actually quite surprising, alternatively, how many people with the moon in the 5th house choose not to have children, but then they go on to become child carers, paediatricians, teachers, working with children in some shape or form. And the moon in the 5th house does have a childlike side, not childish, but childlike. It is playful, it likes being stroked, likes having its tummy tickled. The moon in the 5th house people, they like to be appreciated for their sensuality. They like to feel that they're purring. Remember, the 5th house is connected obliquely to Leo. So if you've got the moon in the 5th house, on the one hand, sometimes you feel you're really alone because no one else recognises how sensual and how good you are. But then it's hard to be modest when you know you're the best. And that can make it quite a lonely place at times, but it's only when you spread that big-hearted, noble 5th house creative output into the world in a generous and big-hearted way, then you find where your friends really are and how much they've been waiting for you. Moon in the 5th house, creative, fun-loving, childlike, great at childcare, and really good at bringing joy and creativity into their friends' lives.